Hi guys, so we're gonna do a different look today, or I guess it's not too different, but I just want to talk to you because I know that sometimes I realize my videos aren't very energetic and loud, and watching a video today actually, I realized how quiet I am, and I feel so bad because I try to be loud, and then like watching it I'm like, why am I whispering? Like, I mean, I know I am in the moment, but like, it's hard. It's hard to remember that I need to talk louder. And I film everything on my phone. And surprisingly, it picks up a lot of noise. Like, if I drop something, if I take something out of one of my makeup cups, it picks up all of that noise. So, I'm surprised, but also like, I get nervous because it makes a lot of noise. And then I'm like, I'm taking peach tea, by the way, right there, and popping it right into my crease and smoking it in. This has been my favorite palette since my sister got it for me last year, I think. I haven't been using it lately because I've been using more of my colorful palettes, which, I mean, you know, who cares? I'm allowed to use whatever I want, but yeah, I think this palette is wonderful. I love it. I love the color scheme. I'm putting this peach tart just on the outer third and into the second or middle, whatever you want to call it. But I love the quality. I love the colors. On a daily, I'm more of a matte, very neutral person, so having something like this that I can just reach for when I want to be my very boring, very natural self is nice. And then I'm gonna go into Fresh Picked and just peachy. Kind of go on the lid a little bit, but also up into the crease just a little bit. And then I'm sweeping it all the way across into my inner corner. And same with the other side. I feel like I have fresh hair. I just filmed like my everyday, don't really put a whole lot of effort into my makeup kind of look. Like, it's actually the look that I wore when I went to go give birth to my son. I put on just the ittiest bit of makeup. I seen everybody doing like Instagram looks, and I was like, that would be really neat to do. And then my water broke, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to be like late getting to the hospital, and I really don't want to pack all of this makeup, so I'm just gonna put what I want on, and then, or what I absolutely would need on, which, I mean, I guess you don't need anything, but like what I'd like to have on when people are taking pictures of me after the baby's born and everything. And then the rest can be whatever, you know. I don't have to have any makeup on, but you know, a little would be nice, just because giving birth is exhausting, so, you know. One, I didn't want something super heavy on, like, after thinking about it, I don't want something super heavy on after sweating and trying to push, and all that sounded horrible, so I decided to go light. But, you know, I did, and I'm going into butter peach. Before that, I put a little bit of dipped chocolate and Just Ripe in the outer corner too, but I forgot to say something because I was talking. But I didn't want something too heavy that it was going to sweat off. I just kind of wanted it to where, like, you know, after being up for 24 hours, if I had to take a picture, or, you know, somebody wanted a picture with me in it, that I wouldn't look like I'd just been up for 24 hours. And it definitely accomplished that. Like, everybody was like, how do you always look so awake after giving birth? Like, you look great. Everybody else looks so exhausted. I'm like, I am exhausted. I put on makeup before I came. I literally knew my sister was coming to get me because I was like, hey, not sure exactly what's going on, but like, I just went to the bathroom and I had to go pee, and I haven't stopped going pee since I started. Like, I can hold it a little bit, but then I just have this strong urge to go again. Like, I just want to go sit on the potty and tinkle, like, the whole time. So, something is not right. And my sister was like, you need to go to the hospital and get checked. And my husband was playing video games, and he was like, I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe we should wait for some other signs. And I'm like, our doctor is almost an hour, 2 hours away. They're like an hour and a half from where we used to live, but they're almost 2 hours away. I'd feel better if we went now. And he was like, no, I don't want to go all the way out there for it to be a false alarm. And because, you know, we had our daughter who was like 1.5 at the time. She's a little older than that, but, you know, it was close to her bedtime, and it would have really been an inconvenience to go if I had not been in labor. So I was like, yeah, I agree with you. Let me see what I should do. By the way, I just put Vermeer all over my lid from the Modern Renaissance palette. I was like, let me see what everybody else thinks I should do. So I messaged my sister, and I'm like, so, I'm peeing, I can't stop, I don't know what's wrong. She's like, yeah, you should definitely go to your doctor and get it checked out. And I'm like, okay, well then I guess I'll drive up there. And she's like, wait, you're gonna drive up there? I was like, yeah, Vance doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to get Paisley out, especially if it's a false alarm. So she starts freaking out. She's like, you can't go alone. You can't, like, if you start going into heavy labor, which, you know, most likely won't happen, but if you did, you definitely don't want to be alone on the highway. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. And she's like, hold on. So she gets in contact with my mother, and they both rush to my house to pick me up. And while they're doing that, I'm like doing my makeup, because I know that is probably the only time I'm gonna get to do it if I am in labor. If I'm not, or if I wasn't, I didn't want to do a full face, but I also didn't want something that I was gonna sweat off, so I was like, I'll just do something very simple, but, you know, help me look like I'm awake and alive when I won't be. Because, you know, to anybody who has given birth, it's exhausting. And if you have the energy to put on makeup right after giving birth so that everybody can take pictures of you, that's great. But I was also getting birthing pictures done, so I also wanted to look decent for those. I just put a little bit of this Stila glitter in Cloud on my eye as a wing. I think it looks super pretty. But yeah, I also wanted to look decent in those pictures because those be hung up on my wall and Like, obviously we didn't get any inappropriate pictures, but you know, these pictures are gonna be hung up on our walls and stuff for people to see, and I don't want to look, I mean, not that it would be shameful to be tired, because I mean, anybody who's given birth would know how exhausting it is, but you know, it would be nice to look nice in the pictures, obviously. So I did a very simple makeup look that would help me, you know, look nice, but not like over the top either. Not that, you know, anybody who does a full glam for birthing pictures is over the top, because like I said, I definitely wanted to do it, but like when it came down to it, I was like, I don't even know if this is for real, so we're not going to put all that effort into it if it's not going to be real. And then, you know, afterwards it was just like, yeah, I'm in labor. Oh well, at least my makeup is decent. I can make it through labor looking like this, you know, who cares? I was more excited to meet my son anyway, like I was just ready. And it's funny too, because we had been moving all sorts of stuff around. I was getting very anxious that nothing was done for my son, and I started going into like overdrive. I was like, oh, I look like a ghost. I should have mixed it, but I was too lazy to, because this is more about the eye makeup than anything else. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, we have nothing ready. Like, we don't have a closet for him. Nothing's hung up. The bed's not put together. It was a mess. So in like the last weeks before he was born, or last week before he was born, I was helping my husband set up things. I was helping set up things. I was helping move things. And it was just, it was a lot. And everyone was like, oh, you're gonna make that baby come. Well, apparently I did. Within a week of like starting alright, my water broke, and I was like, oh well, actually at the time I didn't know it was my water. I was like, I can't stop peeing. I'm not sure if it's just, you know, because a lot of women actually like lose bladder control, which I never did before that, which I guess I didn't even anyway, because it was my water breaking. It was amniotic fluid. But yeah, I was like, I've never had this before, so like, I'm not sure what it is. It could be loss of bladder control, but like, also like, what if it's not? And 9:50 the next day, I had my son. On the 4th of July. And he was a beautiful 7-pound, 5-ounce boy. I feel like I just got, no, maybe not. I was like, I feel like I just got powder on my eye. But yeah, it's funny. I was literally talking to the hands lady that I have about like how neat it would be to have a baby on the 4th of July. And then, you know, I'm just sitting at home enjoying my time with my kid, with my oldest child, while my husband was playing video games, and just got up to go to the bathroom like literally any other time I had in like the last 20 minutes. Because, you know, you pee constantly when you're pregnant. And yeah, it's pretty funny. It would be so cool to have a baby on the 4th of July. Well, America, because I have a baby that was born on the 4th of July. And it's funny because I knew he was going to be a boy. And I'll tell you that in a different story. But I knew. Actually, I already have mascara and eyeliner on because I put it on in my last video, so I actually had blush and everything else on, but you know, I just covered it up with more foundation. So, well, foundation. I didn't put foundation on in the last video because I literally only cover up my dark spots and like maybe an acne scar or an age spot, and that's it. Like, I ain't got time for all of that. I am a lazy on a regular day. I also have lipstick on, and I know I covered it up a little bit with foundation, but I'm a lazy bitch and I ain't about to fix it, so you can just deal with it. Remember, Taylor, you gotta speak up. And this is like 5 o'clock at night. My little animal child woke up early, so I did not film this morning because, you know, it's usually what happens. If she wakes up before I get to do anything, then I just don't do it. It's too hard to try and keep her under wraps and give her the attention that she needs while I'm doing this, so I just don't. Alright guys, I think that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!